Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch, and welcome to another battery change tutorial today. I pulled my Grand Seiko SBGN0119F Quartz GMT out of the box the other day, and it was telling me that it needs a new battery. Now, this is not a cheap watch, I appreciate that, but there is nothing to be scared of here at all. It's a very straightforward process to change both the battery and to change the case back gasket. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll leave links to everything that I'm using in the description of the video today. Let's flip the camera and get on with it. Okay then, let's get on with it. This is my SBGN011. You can see the seconds hand there ticking every 2 seconds rather than every second, telling me that it needs a new cell in its rear end. Now, as far as I know, this watch is only 3.5 years old. I suspect it's the first battery change it's had then. If the battery in it at the moment is a Seiko branded battery, that would confirm my suspicions. The battery going in will be one of these Maxell SR920SWs. I do try and buy proper branded batteries when I have the chance to, and I had a strip of 5 of these sitting in a box waiting. I also have 3 of these gaskets in the house now as well. Look, you don't have to change the gasket when you change the battery, but you may as well, really. It's kind of like changing the oil in your car and not changing the oil filter. They don't cost much either. I got these from Japan. I got a 3-pack for 50 Aussie landed. So effectively, plus the battery, I'm paying about 20 Aussie to do the gasket and battery change job myself. You're going to be paying 150 for Grand Seiko to do exactly the same thing for you, by the way. Spring bar removal tool also required today to take the bracelet off. I've got a couple of little cloths as well. Extra precautions just so that I don't scratch the case on this one because it is a higher value watch than the normal run-of-the-mill quartz fare. Case back removal tool, you can use any one you have. I like these ones, the twin prong ones. They're $3 or $4 on eBay. They don't last all that long, but they are effective. Couple of pairs of tweezers. I've got some plastic ones and some metal ones. This slightly agricultural looking tool to clamp the watch head in to take the case back off, and some gasket lubricant. It may be a new gasket that's going in, but it's always nice to apply some lubricant before entry, isn't it? And I've got a couple of cotton buds just to clean up the area around the gasket as well. Alright then, step 1, remove the bracelet. May as well, especially as this one has drilled lugs to help. Step 2, I'm going to put the watch head into the device here, and I'm going to use a cloth again just to give it a little bit of extra protection. Now again, I've sized up the case back removal tool, but I'm going to add another cloth over the top just to ensure that I don't do any damage to the case back when I am removing it. There we are, nice and simple. That one, no problems at all coming off. Before we continue, let us take a moment to appreciate the master craftsman at Grand Seiko who decided that the humble 9F quartz movement should not in fact be humble, it should be beautiful. And indeed it is. That is a cracker. Now these are thermal compensated, but you can adjust them over time. Service life of 25 years on one of these. Very nice. Alright, let's clean it up using that Q-tip. Alright, nice and clean. It's a Japanese battery. It's not a Seiko battery, it's a Murata, so not sure if it is the original one or not. Let's pop it out. There's a little recess under here. I'm going to use the plastic tweezers for that. Get them into that recess and out she goes. Alright, fresh Japanese battery going in, and I will use the plastic tweezers again. I will also give it a little prod with my finger when I've got it into position. There we are, mild click, and that's it. Now if I turn the watch over, it should be ticking, but it should be ticking once per second. There we are, it is indeed. Okay, let's sort out the gasket. Now, I must admit I am feeling slightly smug with having taken the extra time and care to order those gaskets from Japan, because the one that is on the watch at the moment looks like it has been pinched. Perhaps this was not this watch's first battery change. There you are, a little bubble there and a nick out of it there. Perhaps this is the second battery change and previously they didn't bother replacing it, but I'm going to. Like I said, for 15 Aussie, I may as well, and this confirms it. So a little bit of the old lube, both sides, just to make sure that it lasts the distance. and doesn't dry out, and then seat it within the case back, making sure that I get it right so I don't end up pinching this one myself. There we are, ready to be put back on the case. And all that remains to be done now is to set this one exactly again by the atomic clock signal, plus or minus 10 seconds per year accuracy from one of these Grand Seiko 9F quartz movements. And this one, I've had it about 18 months now, it's running really, really well. There we go, it's set for 4:34. I'll wait for it to hit on the nose, depress the crown. There we go. And we're off again. So there you have it, battery and gasket swap in a Grand Seiko 9F. I reckon that due to that pinched gasket, this watch is now in better shape than it was 15 minutes ago. And it only cost me about 20 Aussie dollars to do the job myself with basic tools. It may be a more expensive piece, but don't be intimidated by that. It's not a difficult job, you save yourself some money, and there's the satisfaction of knowing that you did it yourself. So there you have it, all done nice and easy. My Grand Seiko will now tick accurately and happily for another couple of years for about 20 Aussie dollars and 10 or 15 minutes of my time. Not hard. If I can do it, then so can you, I promise. If you want to watch a slightly more complex set of modifications than this, click here or here. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you again soon.